That is interesting.
Yeah.
Oh
Oh my god.
It's very distracting.
It's not a laundry bag.
I mean, I don't need to put my shoes. My shoes don't need that much washing anyway, so my shoes are all good.
Because you have 40 pairs, so you only wear one every 1 year.
Oh my god, Brolan. Brolan! Well, that's a very nice series of shots from him. And his teammates. And they're putting Nico in a bit of a predicament, but it is Nico, and that is what he does. But Twist will find him around the quad position. GODSENT will pick up the pistol round. Again, a map that is very suited to the likes of FaZe and GODSENT. So we could see a really fun one because GODSENT, as we saw in the previous map, they're just itching to get aggressive. That fast pace is something they have an affinity for with their players as they're so individually skilled. And they've got some good team play. And FaZe, they like to play that way too. So this should be a lovely game.
It should be very fun, very hectic. Real crazy.
All right. And there's a few dudes dead.
You dude's dead.
Dude killer.
Deceased.
Mr. Brolan. All the dudes are dead. Guardian with the hypnotic deagle.
But where's the Hennessy? Is he the Incredible Hulk?
Hennessy.
He's got the green gloves.
When I used to listen to a lot of Tupac, they would. There's always like mention of Hennessy. It's just in every song is like Hennessy at some point or other.
Hennessy's nice,
I haven't tried it actually.
but it's not the kind of thing I want to consume all the time. Although I don't really drink much of anything anyway. But Hennessy's cool.
Hennessy.
Courvoisier. It's quite nice as well.
How are you giving that to me once? Then I have purchased some
It sounded
Courvoisier.
like it was forceful.
Did I?
It was
Yeah.
like forceful intent in that.
Yeah.
I used to love Courvoisier. Or if you're P. Diddy, Courvoisier.
Is it just because it sounds posh?
Isn't that how you say it?
No! No, it's Courvoisier.
Yelling at me.
Courvoisier.
The song was awesome though, plus the Courvoisier. Dun, dun, dun. Ooh, cleanup operation in process, in progress. Progress is 100%.
Loading bar is stuck.
It's buy time for FaZe. They have dropped 2 maps of 3 so far.
And 3 pistols.
When
So far.
yeah, teams don't often do well when they've got 4 games in a row. So it's mixed results. And as we have seen on the table, this is very important for both teams. Maybe more so for GODSENT since FaZe have games in the hole, but it is highly important. It's crucial. It's critical for both teams. We'll leave it at that.
Nice entrance from Rain there. His entrance is very, very swift into that quad position, and his teammates will be very happy with that. There's so much space for them to take the bomb site, and Brolan is caught just running into the open. That post, or that smoke there, to left of Twist, so strong. So strong. Disco Darkplan, do you hold on to your AK? I think you do.
They got very scared when they lost Tempest at quad and then immediately just started flashing and running through smokes. They could have
played
grouped up.
retake.
Yeah, they could have. It's a great site to retake.
They had
It's a fun site to retake.
I presume they had good amount of utility as well. And it's like once the smokes have dissipated, and again they had, as you mentioned, time to wait for that, the retake becomes pretty awesome with, as you say, with the grenades. So yeah, definitely a bit of a. And again, it's another one of those things where perhaps some experience is
some trust.
required.
Some faith.
Gotta have faith.
This is the real Randy shot. Quite nice, but yeah, look how early Freddy B's out. They're not even out of a main yet.
Yeah, they do have a bunch of nades.
All the utils.
What a waste! But perhaps they can remedy the issue. They can use the double orbs. They spent everything. Everything's been spent. All of the things have been spent. So this must be a success. This Godot Plan is still held onto the AK as well, so, and there he is. Looking to get the frag in. He'll get one, but ECS is close. Surely he peeks, and he will. Oh, that's... Oh, what was Brian? Did he have a grenade in his hand? I don't know, but he reacted too slowly there. ECS will open up the bomb site for FaZe to try to march in. Nice frag from Twist before the smoke blooms. 3v3 now as Nico was entertaining them towards A.
They still think it's A.
There's no way, though. There's surely not.
Jesus.
Come on, guys. Let's go.
Radar gravity will finally bring them down towards B, but it is a very late rotation from Freddy B indeed. Doesn't move until the bomb is actually down. The spam will continue in the meantime. Surely a reload will be required soon for that AWP. Just the one rifle and 2 snipers for the retake. Not an easy spot to be in. Hamperstone will try to make it happen. Twist taken out, and maybe they will lose everything. They need a frag. They don't get one. Does ECS have the sound cues? He doesn't. What is it with his sound? Oh!
That shot.
The thing is that he has no idea how out of position Nico is. Because if he doesn't sort of spin around as though he's lost the round there, maybe actually holds the position, maybe gets the kill, can actually just go for the... if he could win the round. I think there was enough time.
Maybe he's actually accidentally got 7.1 sound on or something.
That was
He's
weird.
Well, but he might have a hearing issue, I don't know.
I mean,
Some players do.
did he, was it this, he scoped in checker? Is that what happened? Because he walked, right?
He jumped off the balcony and then he was like running around.
Did he run?
But he didn't seem to
I thought
respond.
he was scope walking.
It would have
Definitely
taken too
fell
long.
off the balcony, at least.
I once had for like a month my headphones, it's like maybe 2007 or something. My headphones plugged in halfway for like a month, and it was really weird because I had like sound in both ears, but I didn't have directional sound in one ear. So it took me ages to figure it
So
out.
it's just like a very small lot the whole time.
Yeah, so it made me look like a terrible player, and I was playing for a month, and I was just like, what? I got really sad.
If
So
you
I'm
have
like, why am I
your
so bad?
headphones half plugged in for a month, you are a terrible player.
No, but do you understand that? How like
Regardless.
it's difficult.
You know.
It's difficult to understand that when everything works except like one bit of directional sound, just one in one ear.
Yeah.
It's like it took me ages to figure that out.
And then you just think you're crazy most
And
of the
so
time.
it only mattered in CS because I got a Quake there, so it doesn't matter in Quake as much. I didn't play CS too much back then. Playing Source those days. Anyway, sometimes it happens. Dink for Twist, but also death. Oh, this is pretty awful. Or actually, it works out in the end. Rain and Nico able to save it, but Hampus put them back in hot water.
Maybe he didn't want to do that until his teammate was a little closer.
I don't think he had any idea what was safe. I think he felt
Yeah, he
his
could
hand
have
was
been.
forced because he doesn't know where the players are.
Yeah, this is true. It's a tough one.
He felt vulnerable. And now they will feel poor, broken. They don't have the currency, they don't got the cash.
Got my money. Oh, that grenade. There we go.
Their coin value has plummeted. They are unable to buy.
GODSENT coin.
GODSENT coin. It's now Judas coin.
Okay, so they've established a perimeter. Okay,
Interesting.
so FaZe have just sort of stuck in the mud at the moment, and that's a brilliant position from Freddy B. Freddy B can just sit there, wait for his teammates to communicate what's going on.
That was an interesting jump up from Doppler. That gives him an opening that he didn't need to have. Guardian spots one of the remaining 3 players. 3 kills for him. Numbers are dwindling now for both sides. Carrigan has the Kevlar advantage, but he's half health. He is just shy of a 1 deeg.
This is so awkward. Carrigan is so strong when if Freddy B's forced close, and he is. And then there's nothing that FreddyB can do with no Kevlar. So Kerrigan played that correctly. But that's one of those rounds which is just like, it's just disgustingly sloppy and filthy. Like at the end, it's just like, all this stuff has gone wrong. Why are we in this position?
Yeah. I wonder what made Doppler jump up on from behind default though.
There's no good reason. He just needs to sit there.
He has no vision of the checker's position.
Because he has his teammates to watch the cross on his site. So he doesn't need to do anything but make it unfair for them to try to come onto the site.
Yeah, they have to engage him at close quarters and fear at least a player on the high ground while they move to the site. So I really feel like GODSENT gifted them a way back into that round.
How generous.
Let me expose my whole body to you.
Take my body.
Nico with some nice damage through the door. Twist will respond. What an exchange. Nico wins this time. Guardian waits for somebody to appear. Is he good for the flick? Of course he is, it's Guardian. Back to his best, perhaps. Traded 3-on-3.
FreddyB had a great first map. Ooh, some good damage there to Nico. And slowed him down just long enough that it's actually a problem for FaZe to get into the site. ECS is going to have to 1v2 this with 40 seconds to go. Run to B, that's a good call. Just go all the way. And he can definitely get some 1v1s. Doesn't want to get stuck on the site though, and the reason is because there's two incendiaries. Again, it's not something he necessarily knows, but he's planting it open, which is really useful. He really needs to get off the site in reality, but it's going to be very hard to do so. And you can see there, Disco Doppler ready for him. Disco Doppler.
Doppler's Maximus. Delaying for something or other. Let's see. Sniper rifle. Sniperoo. So Brillan will collect another sniper rifle, presumably. Yes, he will. There we go. 2 snipers taken into the next round.
Bomb has been defused. Counter-terrorists win.
Akimbo.
This looks like it might be quite a back and forth.
Similar scenes to the first game where FaZe took a small lead and then GODSENT suddenly looked a lot better into the later portion of their CT side. Will the trend continue?
I suspect nothing. If both these teams are quite unpredictable at this point. And FaZe want to go for the explosion onto this A-bomb side. It's going to be interesting. FreddyB's been boosted up. I don't know that that sound cue was given away to FaZe, so it might be unknown for them. And it's a very strong position. There's no split from Highway. That's the Highway player would be a very good counter to FreddyB. ECS is looking for it though, so perhaps they do suspect it, although it is something that you should just try to generally clear anyway. FreddyB staying tight to the corner so he's not visible. How many will he get? ECS with the peek straight onto him. Beautiful stuff there from ECS. Now we'll see a lot of damage exchange from both teams. Hampus in the middle of nowhere. Oh my goodness. B players, it's up to them now.
What? Oh, Miss Molotov. That's going to help though.
Ooh, the forklift one will force a player out. Doppler now versus 2. Does he expect both to be on the site? Looking for a trade fragger. Ooh, nice movement from him. Sees a shadow. Do you see the shadow before the player on the left-hand side? Again, where is the second player? He wonders. That's nasty from Nico. That's nasty.
Nasty.
Round number 6 for FaZe, and the money is smoked for GODSENT. No room to breathe.
Like a kipper. I've never had a kipper. Have you?
I'm not sure that I have either.
I don't know what that is.
Should we make a...
Make a kipper?
Should we make a series about food, James? I feel like we could do so much.
It just starts off. I don't know what this is. Let's make this.
James, eat this. Hey, James, eat this. See, that's content. I'm genius.
Dan feeding James. He's thinking content.
Well, it's the force buy for GODSENT, and FaZe want to keep it simple. Just they really want to go and explode on the A-bomb sites repeatedly. And success will be had once again. So inside that red container is an APC,
Yes.
FYI. It's not like the Chamber of Secrets from Harry Potter or something weird. It's just an APC. No secrets. Not a tank. But why is it in there? Why is it not deployed? Why is it not free? Free to be free. Look at it. Got APC.
What?
Is there even hay in there? There's hay. I think I saw hay.
That is strange.
Is that? Why is there hay in there? See, look. There's little targets. There's hay. What else is in here?
Oh. I've not noticed that before.
Why is there hay?
Look, man, sometimes you got to store stuff in places.
Stupid places.
USP round for GODSENT. Ooh, how does he just get his bell rung there? Doesn't want to reaggress.
Yes.
Don't show him anything more. Harrigan. Clean-up operation. It's like they're throwing darts sometimes. Don't you feel like in rounds such as this? Just hit a ding. Just feels like they're throwing darts.
I do want. If we're gonna have a CZ in the game, I want a throwing knife. I want to throw knives. Just saying.
We heard you. We chose not to respond.
Okay.
Dan's obsessed with knives. He's from the UK.
It's just
You guys love knives.
It's just I have these nostalgic memories from Soldier of Fortune 2. It was so fun. Nice defense there of the pop flash play. The problem with that play is this. That's the counter play. The flash gets thrown, and if you're not pushed forwards as a tease, you don't get flashed really. So Guardian can sit there, not get flashed, and just get 3 kills. So it's a good counter to that.
Oh my god. He's doing it again. Does Twix want to play the game?
Quad smoke.
Oh!
Hello.
Winning.
The bomb has been dropped. Did Twist see something though? Doesn't see anything anymore.
Damn.
Freddie B.
Rain drops the smoke to create some space. Guardian plants. Brolen still by the car, but where is Doplan? That's the question for FaZe.
Oh, a foot. I spy with my little eye. Guardian in the quad position. Brolan now takes liberties. Looking to move forward, FaZe killing as much time as they can, delaying the peaks for as long as they can. Oh, that smoke is going to make Rain's life a little bit annoying. Nico, though, will make things a bit better. Just this good upline now, and Rain can come out if he wants. But Nico will do everything by himself.
He was very tricky with that utility. That flash. You didn't think he was going to be able to throw the flash like that. And then he peeked into it to make it seem like he was going to peek.
Boom.
Ooh, so clean.
So fresh and so clean.
Clean.
3 Deagles, 2 CZ75s. GODSENT not having a great CT half at the moment. It's common to see the favourable T sides now on Cash. Double Molotovs, careful Brolan. Will they realise that both players are here? Now Brolan goes out and dies. Will they expect, will they anticipate Doplan? Ooh, sound cues have been heard and he dared.
FaZe having a half which seems more normal. That said, it is with the teams that can really play this map very well at the professional level is very much T-sided. So we'll see whether or not GODSENT can have a strong T-side when they get to it as well. But can they get 5 rounds, first of all? They'll have one more chance. And a good chance it'll be. They have 6K on some players, definitely good money for everything that they need. And you know, one thing we don't really see in a lot of the online season, I feel like we had a bunch in the previous 2 seasons, was tactical timeout usage. I feel like we don't really see that at all in the online seasons.
That's true. I think a lot of the purpose, I mean, well, one of the main purposes on land anyways. Actually, I might get to it after this. Nice no-scope from Guardian. Instant trade back from Freddie B and Hampus. Vent control is retained, and mid control is totally lost for FaZe, so they get nothing out of that. And they're going into the much harder part of the map.
Uh-oh. It's a bad look for FaZe. It's an awful look for FaZe. They are destitute. Not too much for them to be able to do now. Rain in 1v4. So it looks like GODSENT will be able to claim that 5th round as they desperately needed to do so. Rain wants to have some fun though, but he will be denied. 10-5 for FaZe at the end of the first half. A very good look for them and a much needed advantage considering that GODSENT showed just how strong they can be on Mirage, a map that they have quite the affinity for.
Boom.
Hello.
Right then, pistol is important, I think it is fair to say,
Importante.
for GODSENT. Maybe arguably for FaZe Clan as well. Don't want to let their opponent back into this game. They need a W here, very important for them.
What a beautiful blue sky.
It's a Virtus Pro level smoke.
The stacks. Snacks or
Yeah.
Neo? Top highway smoke.
Snacks is all about those kind of smokes.
Crazy man. He's a dirty man.
And by Ali. Well then, Nico has been taken out. The bomb gets planted open. Post-plant set up for GODSENT.
Exists as in the lineup for the retake. The retake smoke from Car. And maybe not. Does he? No. Did he throw it? Yes, he did. Oh, he threw it to the main position. Guardian's going to open things up a little bit here. It's very, very tough with the pistols, honestly, on the CT side. If you don't get any initial kills before they take the site, you're often very much in trouble. Who won the first pistol, actually, in this game? Was it FaZe?
It was GODSENT.
Ah, GODSENT. Okay, so they're going to win both pistols.
4 pistols today.
Oh! Bosh, bosh.
Bash, bash. Fish. Oh. Like a young slideshow.
Right then, GODSENT with it all to do. Not a got some FPS like it. Not a giant investment from FaZe.
It's cinematic, James.
Maybe it's GoTV lag. Oh dear, that
Kinda
is a
cool.
mess.
It's like stop motion.
It's just very cinematic.
That's awesome.
Microsoft PowerPoint games. Kind of hard to commentate with that. Let's let it go.
The eye can only see 25 FPS, James.
Shut up. That's
Shut up.
nonsense.
It's so funny.
I actually had, yeah, I mean, I can't believe I experienced people trying to say nonsense like that.
It's crazy, isn't it? How
Have
like
you experienced people
widespread
actually
these...
say that?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. There was on the internet like for a long time. There's so much misinformation about that, and then oh, nice from Nico. Surely not. What on earth is going on here? Is he going to go for this or just take the AK away? Okay.
But what I mean is, how do you know they're not trolling?
Well, I think because it was a commonly held misconception that was widespread, and widespread as a defense for like a variety of things, like for example movies, or for example, one of the things would be hertz as well. People say, oh, you can't see more than X amount of hertz, and obviously like that's just not how it works. If the image is refreshed more, our eyes can detect a smoother image.
It's showing us more things.
It's yeah, and even and of course like we have modern technology that even shows that if you can create more sharpness in each of those images that you're displaying very quickly, that can even cause more clarity. So whatever. Anyway, people love to just repeat stuff they hear and never check where they heard it from. They love it. So don't be one of those people.
Okay, so there is an internet issue here, which is why you had a bit of slideshow, but hopefully it has stabilized. In the meantime, this is a messy round for GODSENT, down to a 3-on-3, but Twist and Brodan are trying to clear things up. Nico still has an AK though from the previous round, and that is a problem. Nico alive is a problem, generally speaking, if you are his opponent. Guardian running distraction, and now Nico's announced his position. 1 versus 3. How much does he want to go for this? The flashbang will keep him in situ, and he is being flanked at the same time. Oh, what an answer from Freddie B.
Freddie B.
Freddie B.
Here comes the buy. One off. Okay. One off, but GODSENT don't have one. Set up to a 2-1-2 Kerrigan throwing his nades at mid all alone. Isn't too worried. Very standard default for both sides and absolutely no mid control. Holy smokes. That is a really nice wall bang because people line up on that wall and that looks really simple.
Wow.
Dang.
I need to
Nice.
see a replay of that later.
Nice advantage. Advantage. So GODSENT now just need to get in somewhere, and they've chosen middle. But Kerrigan's playing it fairly well, and there can be a flash from a teammate on site. There isn't. That would be great, though, at this point. Kerrigan is in a pretty scary position. Oh, they walk into the angle, and Kerrigan gets one. That's a fairly good result, all things considered. And they also had the man advantage initially, too. So, helpful. Nico waits patiently. They can't afford to check everything, so they will be susceptible to his position. And so 11-8 is the score now, and GODSENT must be careful that FaZe do not run away the game now. Nice. You missed it, James.
I need to see it again.
I thought it was versus someone like lining up the Molotov or the smoke. Smoothie smoke.
See it at the end of the game, James.
He does it again.
Again and again.
Again, does he do it? He does. Use it again. With a friend.
Guardian stuck on the side alone. A variety of assailants making their way towards him, though. Can he survive? Oh, that's a really stunning shot there. On top of the flames and everything. That makes it so difficult, but Guardian remains classy. However, it's now Nico in a 1v3, and speaking of class, here's a man with much of it. But he needs to get past the first hurdle, and the first hurdle is fatal. Oh, not much he can do, and he knows it. He's going to walk away with the AK. And part of the reason why walking is going to be great as well is that if there is any footsteps, he's going to be able to hear it.
People need to walk way more and jump way less.
Yeah, it's true.
Sometimes you see people jumping away from an angle over a smoke and getting shot.
Yeah.
They should have just ran.
The money's awful for both teams as well, so this is a highly impactful.
Terrorists win.
They're broke boys.
Broke.
Nico, Helmontu's AK. Dot and incendiary and armor. Not too bad, but he's on CT side, so we're gonna hope they come to him. And oh my God, turns around right into the CZ spray of rain.
Yeah, they can collect the bomb. Make their way together towards the B bomb side or the A side. Now at this point, it doesn't really matter too much. Pretty simple to clean up the rest of the players. Not much to worry about in this round except Nico, and Nico could actually win the round. It's Nico. He's got an AK and an incendiary in a kit. Like this is a round that he can win if he gets some of his famous taps. But Freddy B is very good as well, and he will stop that from even getting started. Nip it in the bud. And Exist will just try to be annoying, but he'll be entertained for a moment before being dispatched. So,
Do you think Exist is staying on FaZe? Because he's talked about finding it when he finds his home, you know. I think he was introduced to the team as like a temporary, just in case. But they won Sydney. It was a really good win too.
yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, Olaf Meiser is incredible. It's undeniable.
It's when Olaf comes back. For some reason, I feel like Olaf just retired. I don't know why, because it was such a mysterious exit.
Yeah, I mean, he had the injury the first time around. I think he's taking extreme care, perhaps. I don't know exactly what the situation is, but if it's anything like that. And he's ready. He'll be ready when he's ready, I suppose. But this is a great opportunity for Exist to show that he can reach beyond heights that were limited perhaps by his previous team. So Definitely a good situation for all, I would say. Because right now, FaZe have stabilized with Exist too. And there's more to be said on that topic, but we'll return to it in the 2v4 with the GODSENT. Problem is, on the A site, and Freddie B is opening things up here, creating a distraction in the back, which creates a space for Twist to go for the plant. Freddie B also sort of suggesting that, at this point, that perhaps even Twist could have crossed back and gone to B. So lots of options here for them, because I don't think there's an angle to spot him if he does go back to main. Freddie B, so good. And there it is, the bomb plant finally. Freddie B still working. Oh my god, he keeps going. That's the third one for him now as Carrigan starts to amble in from the B bomb site. And he will find himself Freddie B. Oh, that's a good pre-fire. Oh, it goes back to the well. And he's going to be successful. Very nice from Carrigan. Freddie B so annoying, but he's got to deal with Twist now. Running all the way there. Twist with the advantage. Carrigan, no idea where he is. Oh, he sees the shadow, though. Good peek from Twist to finish it off, but Freddie B, he deserves a multitude of high fives.
That was a marvelous round. And a lot of people don't realize how hard it is sometimes to do like these really big, 270-degree moves and then stay perfectly accurate. Where it's like, the shot he was trying to hit was not particularly hard, but after turning around so much and not resetting your mouse, it can be awkward. Do it in one smooth motion. But he's got that lotion.
Good take here from GODSENT as they have now equalized, not capitalizing on the horrible economy of FaZe. Now what is the call here for GODSENT? They got the bomb towards the B storage area, and it's a 5v3. Okay,
oh dear.
Just clearing things with grenades. You like to see that. Rain, you're blind. Rain, you're no longer blind.
Plenty of time for GODSENT to finish off these last two players. We'll go together one site maybe. 5 versus 2. Don't really need to take this duel.
Wait, wouldn't FaZe be 8 and 8 if they lost this?
Yeah.
Oh dear.
That would actually be very bad. More than very bad.
Like 7 is okay. 8's not okay.
Because GODSENT's just kind of bringing them down with them, as opposed to
Yeah.
taking a spot from them.
And this is by far the best form we've seen out of GODSENT all season. So,
what a time to be alive.
yep.
Ooh, he's going to go for the mid pick. Tries to catch a player going towards the white box.
I guess no matter what, you have an extremely strong top 4, even with these upsets.
Ooh, where is he? Fast boost, perhaps? Oh, he's just giving us all the runarounds. I have the spawn for this. I'm not going to do this. I'm going to do that. And I'm not going to do that either. I'm going to do this. The window shot open early in B. FaZe will have to worry about that for the rest of the round. How far does Nico choose to go? If he goes all the way in, he will be at a disadvantage. And it's very common for a T sniper to be at the beginning of a main.
Oh boy. Tense moment. Oh, but Hampus is working on something at mid. And somehow doesn't actually see Hampus here. So this might actually activate a split versus Nico at forklift.
Oh, what a combo. Carrigan slightly out of position, enough for Twist to get a kill, and Hampus will close in on the car. And GODSENT all over this. Are we going to see a 2-0 of GODSENT over FaZe?
That was insane. I don't know how much of it was fortunate, but the adjustment was proper. So Carrigan got a kill at mid, but Hampus is already at white box, and he doesn't know that. So he's thinking, oh, I just shut down their mid presence. We have a few more seconds here to figure out what they're going to do. And in Hampus's mind, he's like, all right, we can actually just split A, and he's not even going to realize that I can turn up a highway, shoot his teammate in the back, and there's no way he called that I was here.
What is he doing? What is going on there? 13-11. GODSENT, can they go all the way? Crikey. GODSENT with 5 times the money that FaZe have in the bank. This is rough for FaZe.
Wow, I thought GODSENT might actually, or the FaZe might actually consider saving there. Put that up. It's too hard to pass up.
So much security as well for GODSENT with the money that they have.
Yeah.
They're in a really good shape.
Doesn't work now.
Alright, well, I think they just want to go straight into the B-bomb site, which would be pretty powerful with the 4 players, you know, the 4v5. It's, if they get the right timing and if there's like a Molotov into the back box of Checkers, they can definitely take this quickly and cause all kinds of problems. But they should, do they have a Molotov for Rain? They do, but not going to be using it. Rain will peek out, get 2, and that's a big problem really, because now it's just Twist left in the 1v3, and again, they do have a lot of money, but I feel like they had a really good plan there. And the one thing that could go wrong, they didn't account for it.
Twist now. Can he do damage? Can he do more than that? He has a gap in the smoke to play with. Trying to anticipate these players coming in, but they've got time on their side. How do they go 2 versus 1? Waiting for that smoke to go. Can't land a headshot on Carrigan. And 3 players will survive for FaZe and get some upgrades to AKs as well. This is not over yet.
Yeah, indeed. Any one round is very scary for GODSENT, and that was a strange retake because I think they wanted to respect Twist's smoke, and it made it seem like, wow, is Twist is actually going to have a chance in this? But we can see how he got more and more uncomfortable by the moment. But because it's so close, it's got to be scary for GODSENT. They almost threw away their entire lead on the last map. T-side is going to be quite demanding to reinvent yourself over and over again. And FaZe have been here a number of times.
Freddy.
B.
You're going to do it by yourself. So you're going to get the pick. This is something that you can be very skilled at. It's a particular skill set, just playing the mind games around the B-bomb site as a lurker. Nico with a late peek on the white box takes down Brolan with the late take of mid. It's a delayed mid take. So Nico peaked at the perfect timing of when teams on average would actually start going on the boost for the delayed mid take. So very good catch from Nico there, very good timing. And Freddy B's made his way forwards. This is beautiful. This is the play. This is the play that really saves the day. What? Does he see the second one? Now he knows. Surely he must know, but his teammate does the job instead. Good job to Twist. As now it's a 3v3 after plant for the B-bomb site. Can FaZe recover here?
They have a lot less grenades now. 2 of the 3 players in the mid position, and the vent is unbroken, which is a problem. I will tell them that at least one person is in the mid area. Now, if Exist goes down first, how does Nico trade with the AWP? This is a really rough spot for them. Very strong position for Freddy, but he doesn't get the first kill. He does actually, but Nico does trade, of course. Why not? It's Nico, and there is Dogland lost on the site, so it collapses for GODSENT.
Wow, that shot from Nico, that last one to close it out. I mean, look at how close this bomb is. If Nico dies, and they've got to play that 1v1, there's just not enough time to fake. That is pretty unreal. Drops out of vent, hits the 180. A few B-hops at the end to top it off. And this was such a crafty lurk play by Freddy B. Good help from his teammates who were spacing just well enough. And that is nuts, man. That is so nuts.
Everything to play for. 13 apiece. Both teams on the bye. Twist with a sawn-off. That must be deliberate. I don't know how you pressed B23 by accident. How does he get in range for a sawn-off on Cash, one of the most open maps in the map pool?
He'll find a way. He'll find a way. He'll show us all. He'll show us all what it's all about. Soon enough. Bringing it back. On the attack with the sawn-off. Rain in position by the box. Gets a freebie. A second one as well. FaZe looking imperious here. Just 2 players left now that the grenade will finish off Rain's work. His death was not in vain. Pretty much nothing you can do now at this point. Just walk into Guardian's crosshair. FaZe looking good for the steal of the momentum and perhaps the game, which they, again, sorely need. They don't want to go to 8 losses. This would have them at 9 and 7. Somewhat, well, relatively comfortable. But the table is still subject to change. Enough money here for GODSENT to go for it. A little bit awkward though, but they have enough. UMP, full nades.
I wonder where they try again. With the full nades, it's hard to get away with that early B rush if FaZe feel comfortable playing the 2-on-2. But they actually, I think because they locked it down so hard, are not going to even bother. Instead, I think they've... Where do they put Guardian? Double push aim in. Flash is great. Hampus is dead. Carpet of fire. Across every angle. A distinct advantage now.
Boosting a player on A as well. So issues become more numerous for GODSENT, who are taking it slow for the time being. Looking for an opening.
It's such a good position that Nico's in, as you say. Like when you know that the T's don't have any mid presence, it's so strong, especially if they've lost a player, because now they have to sacrifice spots to check when they come through on the site. If there's no one to come up highway, there's no way to deal with that position. That's easy. So it's a perfect moment to leave Nico there.
And who would think, just after taking A main control, that you decided to boost as well? It seems like overkill, but we'll see. GODSENT do want to go back and take mid. Time's counted down, however.
So what is the play here? There are 25 seconds. And Twist is moving away, so it seems they're going to go for a fake. There goes Brolan. Now they move into the vents. 3 versus 2. They have the numbers advantage, but they do not have positional advantage. So pre-fire shot going to Guardian. Seems he was exposed. 10 seconds now, but it's about to go down. And Bomb is down, but on the floor. And that is going to be match point FaZe. Carrigan going nuclear on B.
Carrigan's all like, shut up. Shut it down.
That's a few good maps today. Most kills in this one too. Pretty good stuff from the IGL. Just a caller, by the way. Young Finn, keeping FaZe afloat.
The short smoke from GODSENT once more. 3 pistols. This buy sucks for GODSENT. And if they are to lose this, I do think it is curtains to any land chances they may have had.
Yeah, I love that short smoke. You can see how it affects the rotations. Rain, though, picking off Freddy B is a pretty big kill for the team. And, well, they're annihilating everyone. So FaZe looks like they're at to close things out here. Twist will make things a little bit annoying right at the end here, extending the round artificially, the match artificially, perhaps, as he picks up an M4. But Guardian will be having none of that, 16-13. And FaZe will avoid what could have been a disastrous result.
It was very close, and